Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them mark. Hard way wrestling, straight from the heart.
Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. What's up, turds? How we doing, boys? It's 7 o'clock and I'm not asleep. What in the hell is going on?
It's past
The
your
world is
bedtime.
coming to an end, I think.
Holy shit. Can't believe I'm awake. Holy shit. Holy
shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What's going on? Lacey Hardy first in the house. Every time she's the only Hardy that loves us anymore. We used to get Owen here on here all the time. He doesn't come on here anymore, or he drops in real late. I don't know what his problem is.
I don't either, man. I mean, we need the College of Wrestling knowledge out there, like the guy that knows everything.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
you know, where's Owen, man? Come on. Like honestly, I think this should be for the Hardys. This should be a Hardy family tradition. Everybody gathers around the phone at the same time and watches us. You know, I don't get what the problem is. So it's can't miss TV. It's must see TV.
There's too many Hardys, not enough Wi-Fi.
That's absolutely true. He is coming home from work. Wait a minute. Owen works? Owen actually works?
That is kind of shocking.
I mean, listen, we have a pretty good relationship. You do not have to lie to me.
Yeah.
You do not have to lie to me. Oh, what's going on, boys?
Not too much. Just getting ready for this big weekend we're about to have.
Oh yeah.
So Maryland Toy Expo this Saturday, 8 a.m. Start bright.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yep. June 8th, this Saturday, we are going to be live at the Maryland Toy Expo. I was going to go over it later, but we can do it right now. Let's do it right now. We'll cover it again.
Bookend the show.
Yeah, why not? Make sure you get down there. We're going to be there from actually, I'll be there probably at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be there till 4, most likely. We're going to be doing some drawings that will go off at 3 o'clock. A live podcast at, if I can get all the equipment to work, a live podcast at 11 o'clock or 11 a.m. And we're just going to be hanging out. We got Brian Hardy there, local second generation
sensation.
That's right. Barry was busy, so we're not going to get his dad, but Brian is the next best thing, I think.
That's for darn sure.
Yeah, that's so he's going to be. Can't get Owen.
He can't. Well, I mean, you never know. You never know if Owen's going to show up or not. He might have to work. I really cannot believe he's working. But anyway. I wonder where he's working. If he's working like some place to sell shoes or flip flops, right?
He's definitely not working for any lawn care specialist. That's for
definitely
sure.
Not. Stay away from the weed whackers, Owen. Stay away from the weed whackers. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna be down there all day. And if you're a big toy fan or there's sports memorabilia, if you like all that stuff, please get down there to the toy show. It's going to be awesome. Come hang out. We're going to have some giveaways, that kind of stuff. So should be a pretty good time, I think.
And while you're there, like and subscribe.
Yes. Well, that's what we're going to be doing. We're chasing subscriptions. We're going to every depth now to get as many subscriptions as possible. This is our version of being
Scotty's going to have the hamburger meat hanging out in his relaxed U-Comfort shirts.
Oh, yeah.
he may even show a little nerp to get a sub or two.
I'm in. Double nerp it if you got to.
Oh yeah,
but this is our version of standing on the corner. So we're gonna be whoring ourselves trying to get subs, trying to catch independent rewind guys that are just picking up Steam, they've done a really good job here lately. I like to think that we lit a fire under their ass.
I think so.
We did.
Yeah.
And you know how hard it is to get a fire under Frosty's ass.
That's for sure. That is true. He definitely would melt.
Yeah.
Or he would catch on fire from all that hair dye he uses.
Where are we at right now? Still 767?
767 is where we at. So
You know what popped up in my Facebook memories last year?
50.
50.
50.
50
That's
subs. We had a 50 sub celebration this time last year.
That was actually crazy. Yeah. So, but if you're catching it right now, if you're just dropping in wherever you are, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, go like, subscribe, ring the bell. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Super important. Again, we're on the quest for 800 right now. We are on our way there. Hopefully we'll be there by the end of the weekend, and we'll see. We're going to have a good time. Either way, we're going to have a good time with the toy show because we love toys.
Yeah. And since we are chasing subs, if anybody wants to bring me a sub while they're there, while they're coming there, I'd much appreciate it.
All right. So speaking of, all right. So what kind of, so if you were going to order, right, just pretend one of these moron fans of ours is a DoorDash driver. Okay. Just pretend they're a DoorDash
Let's hope it's not Randy.
Yeah. I'd be very afraid to take a sub from him.
Who?
Randy Chris.
Who? He's a DoorDash guy?
No,
I just said, what if one of our moron friends?
Oh, he's the only
here?
one. He's the only moron friend we have.
We got a couple, but
All right. Well, if you were going to get DoorDash, Scotty, what kind of sub are you going to get?
Well, first of all, it depends on where, but usually my go-to is Philly cheesesteak. So,
okay.
Yeah, and I usually get everything on it. See, I'm not one of those. I am not a traditional Philly cheesesteak guy. Like most everybody in the Philly world wants the cheese whiz, the meat, and the onions.
Terrible.
And I think some places up there serve it with green peppers. Me, I like a little extra on mine. I like lettuce, and I don't like the whiz. I like provolone on mine. So, yeah.
Enough.
I'll give you that.
But yeah, I still do the onions and the green peppers. Again, you can get it either way, but and like I said, I like lettuce on it. I know, cheesesteak connoisseurs out there want to shoot me, but I like lettuce. I don't know why. It just seems to go well on any kind of sub. So lettuce
literally has zero taste to it. Does it make you feel better about yourself that you're getting the vegetable? Is that what it is?
A little bit.
Okay.
He just uses it to floss the steak out of his teeth.
So I took when Ricky and I were in Philadelphia for Mania, we went to Gino's. Now we didn't go to a typical Gino's. We went to the one in the casino.
It was the Casino Gino.
Yeah. Casino Gino's. So he got to have. Did you get the cheese?
I got the whiz.
Yeah. How was that? I'm afraid to do that.
I love it.
It looks like molten lava, and I'm afraid.
That was good. Loved it.
Anything that looks the same going in as it does going out, I'm not into it. I'm not into it. So.
I would have doubled up and got whiz and the regular cheese, but I was afraid with the prices we were already encountering there that I was gonna get charged like $20 extra for a couple more slices of cheese.
Well, that too, and you don't like that. We ate that before we went into night two. You'd have been dumping in that filthy Philadelphia stadium's bathroom with about 78 other people looking at your feet.
Nope, not a chance.
Yeah, you'd have to go in the urinal.
I would have tried to climb to the suite that the Undertaker was in, ask to use his bathroom.
Yeah, up there where Grayson Waller was.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they could let us in. So, yeah, I'm not a big cheese steak. I like cheese steak, but I can't do the whiz and I don't do the onions. I'm steak, cheese, American cheese, by the way. I'll do provolone too, but American cheese and ketchup.
Oh,
I know. Believe me, the first time I said that in the window of the real Geno's, the guy was like, "The fuck did you say to me?" And I was like, "No onions, man, no onions." He goes, "Oh, okay."
No. The thing that turned him off was the freaking ketchup, dude. Like, really? Like, you don't.
I didn't let him see me put the ketchup on.
I
I would my fries.
Oh no! Yeah. I see.
Should
Here's
just
the
said
thing.
it was for Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got
Here's
one
the thing.
too.
For any kind of sub, doesn't matter. Philly cheese, like if you're gonna have some kind of sauce on it, it's got to be barbecue. You can't have like ketchup. No, ketchup is that just turns my stomach to think about ketchup on like a cheesesteak sandwich like that. Again, if you're gonna have any kind of sauce, it's got to be barbecue.
Yeah, well, I'm not human. I don't think that's right. I think I'm not human. So
Yeah, that I can attest to that. Yes, you are definitely not human. So, but oh, good.
All right, well, let's get into a couple of these topics. WWE has major plans for Bron Breaker. Bron Breaker has received more television time since making his main roster debut, and it is looking good going forward as WWE officials are high on this top prospect. Breaker, which is 2Ks, by the way, did not know that. Breaker, it's a typo. Breaker has been pushed as a big time since 2021, where he's quickly transitioned into a long-term dominant NXT champion. Then he won the tag championships with Baron Corbin as the Wolf Dogs.
Wolf Dogs.
I don't know if you've been catching anything that Baron's been doing here lately. Breaker's been doing, not Baron. Yeah,
he's been folding Ricochet into about 2 pieces.
He's been fucking some shit up, and he looks great doing it. So they never said. I mean, there's big plans, right? They decided to switch out they're going to make him the new face of Netflix, right?
Yeah,
Netflix deal is coming next year. So, all right, book it. Let's book it. Let's do a little fantasy booking. What do we do with Braun? Well, after we get done taking the speed title off of Ricochet, whose contract comes up here real soon. What do we do with Braun? Who's the first big? Actually, it doesn't even have to be big. Who's the first real opponent for Braun?
I say you put him in the IC title picture. Get him up against Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
because we're still uncertain on Gable's contract situation. Correct?
It's up tomorrow.
So yeah, let's say it's up. He's not re-signed. Gable's not winning at
Clash
Castle. Yeah, I was about to say Crown Jewel. Yeah, he's not winning at Clash. Yeah, pretty much. He's not winning at Clash at Castle. So Sammy's obviously going to move on to a different program afterwards. Why not bring Bron Breaker up? Sammy's had the title for a couple months now. He doesn't need a long reign. Let
I
Braun
don't think
smash
Sammy
him.
needs a title. I don't think Sammy needs a title. Again, the money's always in the chase, and and it's on every promotion, by the way. Once these guys get titles, then what? Right? What do you do? Cody Rhodes. Well, we're going to put him against AJ Styles again, which, by the way, we can chat about that at some point.
I mean, pretty much any title that anybody's chased here recently has just become uninteresting after they've achieved their goal. Like you look at AEW with Swerve. He's been pretty much irrelevant. Not even he's your world champion.
Great match he had last night with Roddy Strong.
Yeah, I did see Dynamite, but yeah, just
the only one that
he's your world champion, and he's not even the center of your or the star of your show right now. It's still the EVPs and Jack Perry and basically Will Ospreay at this point.
Well, they put Swerve in the main event last night, which is good, right?
For the first time in like 3 weeks,
right? He's opened the show, which I mean, I guess you're chasing that big bump in ratings in the beginning, but I don't know. I think that the champion should always, unless it's like a super non-interesting match or, which is most of Swerve's matches right now, or unless there's something bigger, right? Something bigger coming. The heavyweight title should always mean, always mean. So.
But with what you just said, Ricky, about titles not being interesting, the only person that has not lost their appeal with their title has been Logan Paul.
I was about to say that. Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, that's
a
good one.
Logan really. And here's the thing:
is it because we don't see Logan Paul all the time?
Yeah, I think that. And then when he comes in, whatever he does is impactful.
Yeah.
Like he plays the heel very, very well. So the few times we do see him is like he's doing something that makes you look at him and be like you just, it builds the hate for him even more because you're just like, man, like somebody's got to get a hold of him and wring his freaking neck at some point.
The only thing he's not doing right now is telling his opponents about their dead dads and banging their wives and whatnot, like Christian.
Yeah,
it's definitely who holds the title, because you don't see Logan Paul and you're still interested, right?
Yeah,
still interested in that title. We don't see R-Truth and The Miz, and we still don't give a shit about the tag titles, regardless.
Yeah.
So,
that was just like a one-time thing. Oh my god!
Hey, Mr. Horse himself.
Oh,
hey, what's up? Still got that farmer's tan, kid.
I know. I don't know what's going on with it.
I'll tell you right now, you sexy as fuck.
Thanks, man.
Listen to that.
His voice finally got deeper.
He
Man,
does have
fuck
that
you,
Kevin.
Scotty.
He does have that Kevin James look.
See,
Man, fuck you guys. I'll leave just as quick as I joined.
We're gonna do this the rest of the fucking time, then. Big fuck crybaby.
What?
So we were just chatting about Bron Breaker. They got big plans for Bron Breaker. So Scotty, you think they should face who? Put him
Well,
against who?
so here's first of all, like they're not really portraying him. They're kind of portraying him as a heel right now, right? Bron Breaker.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
pissed off. He's being vengeful because he wasn't put in the King of the Ring tournament. So he's basically out there in Adam Pearce's face, basically telling him that.
He
And
gonna
then
fuck
he's-
him up before this is all said and done. By the way,
And he's basically coming in and just destroying Ricochet at every point.
Now, see, here's the interesting thing to me. Even though he's a heel, I really kind of can see Bron Breakker being that breakout Austin style anti-hero, where he is like he's so bad that he's good. You know, he did like in the sense like he becomes such a heel that he gets over with the fans.
I think he's over. I think he's there. I wouldn't.
Well, he's
put him
there,
on the
but
same level as-
I'm just saying more that like because I don't think they want to keep him in that role of a heel right now because I don't think that's where he needs to be. He needs just to be he needs to be demolishing everybody, babyface, heel, and kind of like with Austin and the Stunners. He just needs to come out and beat the daylights out of people until until they get to that point where it's like, all right, like it's the balloon is just, it's got that right amount of air right where it's about to pop, and it's right on that edge, and then just pop the balloon and get him in that match for a title that just solidifies him and turns the switch, so to speak, where he's still not babyface, he's still not heel, he's that anti-hero where it's just like, I'm gonna beat up everybody just because I can.
He doesn't have that personality, though.
I mean,
he doesn't have that.
He's
Stone
got the
Cold,
style,
Stone Cold could go back and forth with somebody.
but
He could go back and forth, and it would just be Braun is like, he'll say something, and then after you say something back, he's like, all right, fuck you, I'll just spear you. Like he's a no nonsense type of person. So,
but I think the deal is he's got that Steiner blood in him. I mean, of course, because he is one. But what I'm saying is the Steiners beat up anybody. They didn't care. They just like babyface, heel, like they were just out to beat the daylights out of people. And if you give him that idea of the Steiner style with the anti-heroish personality, I think you've got. I mean, you've already got a star in the making right now. I just think that would be the thing to push him completely over the top. And honestly, and I hate the idea of a name change right now because again, why change his name is Bron Breaker, but you got to put the Steiner in there. You got to make
See,
acknowledge.
I disagree with that.
yeah, I disagree too. I think if anything, drop the Breaker and just keep it as Braun.
See, I don't like that because it's too close to Braun.
Yeah, got Bronson
Braun
Reed
Strowman.
and Braun Strowman.
Then drop Braun and keep Strowman. I mean,
Vince.
they started doing this years ago when they were taking names.
That was
away.
Vince.
Yeah.
Vince,
I
Vince
really
hated last names.
I really like the Bron Breaker name, and it separates him from the rest of the Steiners. Like, well, yes, he has that Steiner blood in him. Like, it for me, it just makes him more impactful while still paying homage to his family with like the singlets and shit like that. So I think it separates him from the family, but he can still do some of the family shit. Like that Frankensteiner he hit the other night was fucking nuts. He's a fucking freak, plain and simple.
Just call him Breaker.
Now you got to keep both names. I'm sorry, I hated that whole Vince thing of like taking away somebody's first name or their last name and just like going from Matt Riddle to Riddle or Austin Theory to Theory. No, you can't do that. Like, Austin, like you've kind of turned my mind because I was like, I wanted them to use that Steiner name, but now the way you just said that actually makes a lot more sense to me because it's like, all right, keep him separate, but still,
like let him do the Steiner shit, but like you don't have to slap the Steiner name on him. Like everyone, he brings it up. He brings it up in every fucking promo he does that he's a part of the Steiner family. So I mean, it really doesn't matter that he needs to be a Steiner, but
we don't know that he's a real Steiner until we hear him do a math equation. Ricky,
he already did. He did.
Yeah,
he's done it once.
He did in NXT.
On NXT.
Yeah, but not the whole thing. Just like
they should just have him wear the chainmail on his head and then the Rick Steiner headgear over top it.
Big booty.
That would be funny.
Yeah,
that would be.
Just have him do that.
Who do you put him against, Rick?
I say Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
good starting point.
All right.
Yeah,
Austin,
and I agree with that, Sammy.
Austin, with your sexy voice.
Ooh, we're up to 769.
It's kind of hard. So just trying to catch back up. So we're just picking a rival, like a starting.
Yeah.
rivalry.
So they decided that they've changed their direction on Braun, Brownie. Jay Walker's in the house. Have him win Money in the Bank. That's not a bad idea either. I don't think he needs any of that. I don't think he needs Money in the Bank.
I think it's too soon for that.
I think he doesn't need a title. I think he should just wreck shop. Pick an opponent, smash him, move on. Pick a guy, smash him, move on. I think that's how this should go. But yeah, they've decided they're going to make him the new face of Netflix when that comes around. So we were trying to fantasy book on what would be a good opponent, big opponent coming out for Breaker.
So, I mean, I have kind of two. Like, I don't want to steal Ricky's answer of Sami Zayn because, like, obviously that's shitty booking of just picking the same shit as Ricky. But Sami Zayn definitely is a good pick.
Are you saying Ricky's a shitty booker?
No. I'm saying, like, I don't want to be a shitty booker and just take the same person.
Gotcha.
He's saying he doesn't want to copy off my homework.
Exactly. Storyline sense, I mean, you can kind of build off of this if you want. Like, I feel like it would be fun to see maybe, like, obviously it's not the most impressive first rivalry for him, but I would love to see like him versus Baron Corbin. Just because Baron Corbin's a safe worker, he's gonna get the job done, and you have ties with him with Braun back in NXT. So I feel like
I think they wore that story out.
Yeah, they did in NXT when Braun had the world title there, and Corbin's on SmackDown, I think, right now. And going aside from Sami Zayn, I would say if Kevin Owens wasn't on SmackDown, that would be another good one to put Bron Breaker up against to start.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like,
yeah. No, I mean, we're fantasy booking right here, so it's no big deal either way. But a guy who keeps hanging around every time Ricochet gets his ass kicked is Ilya Dragunov. I actually would like to see these guys. I know they had their time, and I think they did it a couple times back. And I think that's who. Isn't that who Ilya took the title
from? Yeah, he took it from Bron Breaker.
I would love to see. I'd love to see both these guys go again.
I'm fine with it, but I want to see something different than what we've already seen.
See, here's my issue with that. I feel like both of those guys really need a win. So I like those are guys that you're trying to build, and I don't feel like either of them taking a loss helps really the calls.
Who does it hurt the least?
I mean, Elio could take the L since he's already lost, but I mean, if you're trying to build Elio, like I think that it just
he's been taking L's since he came up.
Yeah, and that's part of a problem. That's why I can agree with Austin on this, that they don't need to be giving any more losses to Ilya, because again, he should be the next project after Breaker. He should be the next thing that they're pushing, because in my view, the title match we want to see when he wins the title, Gunther versus Ilya. Right. And, that would be a great culmination to their long rivalry. So, you want to keep Ilya strong, but you also want to keep Breaker strong. So I would keep them away from each other until you get to a point where they both got a lot of wins under their belt. They both destroyed a lot of people, and then put them in a situation. I would put them on separate paths until one of them gets the belt, and then put them against each other for it. So,
Jay Walker says Andrade. You're not going to get
still
any
there?
love from it. Yeah.
He might be.
He's very mad about how they're booking
the Mexicans, the
Hispanic
Hispanics.
Wrestlers. Yeah, Hispanic wrestlers right now.
Go back to AAA Mania, Andrade.
Well, that's what he tweeted a picture of him when he was AEW, when he was in AAA, and then or CMLL, and then there was another one and then that's when he was the happiest. We know the motherfucker wasn't happy in AEW.
Yeah.
Well,
I said Sammy Guevara so he could go home.
Yeah.
I got a picture of it.
Yeah.
Real quick. You actually just brought up a great idea, Scotty. That's where the big money feud is. Bron Breaker versus Dragunov versus Gunther. And then that's where you get your triple threat mathematics promo. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Nikita Koloff says Mexican-American wrestlers love education, so they go to night school and take Spanish and get a B.
They need another mid-card title. No, they don't.
No, my God, Jay.
No, Jay. No,
Jay, please, no more titles. No more titles.
No, this isn't Tony Khan.
What would another mid-card title look like for WWE?
Shit show.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be like the cruiserweight title. All
they have a mid card title, and you can win it in 3 minutes if you'd like on Wednesday.
Yeah,
that's the new 24/7 light title.
Ricochet still has that
for now.
For now.
Who the hell cares?
The interstate title.
The European. Didn't they used to have a European
title was in the Attitude Era. That was at the Intercontinental.
Yeah, the bullshit speed title. I agree. Wasn't the British Bulldog the European?
He was the first European champion, and then HBK had it, and then it got passed around a bit. D'Lo had it.
Jeff Hardy had it.
Triple H had it.
Okay.
RVD had it.
I think Regal
had it.
Oh, who's the intercross-gender champion now? Oh, we don't have an intercross-gender champion that we know of. We don't know what some of these people do in their.
I mean, really, what other than that, what are they going to do? A television title?
I
mean, that was real big back in the day, but
the digital media champion.
Well, that was great. Thanks for coming on, Austin. That was.
You're fired.
You're
fired. Internet champion, the worst fucking title ever. That right now I'm politicking for. So.
Woo woo woo.
Woo woo woo.
You know it.
All right, well, we'll see what they're going to do here with Bron. We're going to see what they do with Bron Breaker.
But I'm glad that they want to use him and make him the face of the company, especially with the new Netflix thing going on. I think that's freaking phenomenal because they need to build more new stars, and I think the next big round of stars is going to be. I mean, he's already there, but Gunther, you got Braun, you got Ilya, you've got Carmelo Hayes. You've got all these guys that are.
We missed out, guys. We missed out.
I thought y'all were gonna do that with this fucking order, but he decided just to say, "Fuck it, I want 2 of everything that's on that fucking grill."
Nikita Koloff says, "How about the 10 years past my prime championship?"
That's the People's Championship.
That is definitely the People's Championship.
That's the Jericho title.
That would be probably the deepest rostered for that title. We'll get AJ Styles could probably get involved in that.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys catch SmackDown last week where he did the old
he did the Mark Henry.
The
salmon jacket, fake the retirement.
Well, I'm gonna save this for
that cat is on steroids.
I was gonna save this for Saturday. One little thing to get the crowd into it. But give me one time the wrestling fucking fooled you. Just fooled you completely, and you're like, oh fuck me. Didn't see it coming. And I'm gonna tell you, my two, and I've told this story many times. The first night I came home from wrestling training, and I saw Stone Cold take a power driver on the outside of the ring, and they carted him off. They put him on a gurney, and they took him to a medical facility. He said he had a stinger, blah blah blah, and it scared me to absolute death. And I turned off wrestling for 2 fucking years because it scared the shit out of me. And then he came back that night. I heard he came back that night and he was fine. So they got me there. And then the Mark Henry, the time where he was retiring, and he absolutely obliterated John Cena in the middle of the ring. Fucking the guy was balling. Like, I don't know if you've got Austin, have you ever seen that? Amazing. It was amazing.
Good shit.
Great shit.
He said Vince wanted to put the WWE title on him at that point, but Mark Henry turned it down because he was banged up real bad and he didn't want to have to do all his extra appearances on house shows and stuff.
Jaywalk said that cat looks like he's on steroids. He looks like Brock Lesnar, that cat. Yeah, so Scotty, in 100 words or less, give me a time that wrestling fooled you.
See, this is one that I don't even like off the top of my head. I can't come up with anything. Like, I had to actually think about as our fearless leader has to go pee. No, like, I can't think about it. Like, I can't come up with something right off the top of my head because I can't remember time that wrestling fooled me like that.
All right, well, you think about it. If you don't got one, that's fine. Ricky, give me a time.
When wrestling fooled me, like something I didn't expect to happen.
Well, or you're totally into it and you're like, this motherfucker. Like, you should have saw it coming, but you didn't. Like, I really thought Mark Henry was retiring. Anytime I have a rough time with guys, like, I can watch women cry. I've done it all my life.
I mean, I was a kid at the time, but Hulk Hogan coming out at Bash at the Beach to join the NWO, that I did not see that coming. I was a big Hulk Hogan fan back in the day. Him as a face, the American hero, like that. When that happened, I was just blown away. So, like, never in a million years at that point in my life did I think Hogan would be a heel.
Jay Walker says that whole invasion storyline. Are you talking about the one with DX showing up at the studio? No.
Probably
WCW.
The actual storyline in general after Vince bought WCW.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? I do have one. One that just, it caught me by freaking surprise, even though I kind of called it. It's still like I still popped big time because I was like, I was like, okay, there's no way they're going to do this. And they did it anyways. It was the night on SmackDown, or one of the early SmackDowns, when Triple H and the whole McMahon Helmsley era had beaten up Mick Foley and as Mankind, and they were leading into the Rumble that year, and Mick comes out in his Mankind mask and shirt and everything and tie, and it's like, you know what? I think the fans need a substitute. And it's like, there's no way they're going to turn him back into Cactus Jack. And sure enough, he yanks the mask off, rips the shirt open. He's got the cactus shirt, and I just popped, and like I just thought about it, I was like, oh my gosh, because I was not expecting them to do that. I was like, there's no way.
Going
like,
off of that, the Royal Rumble where he came out as all three characters and got eliminated.
Austin, you got one?
Yeah, so I was 8 years old when this happened. I had no access to the internet. I was just a dumb fucking kid, dumb fucking Mark.
Now you're just a dumb fucking adult, Mark.
Exactly. With the internet access. I do beat up on old people. That is a fact. When Vince McMahon blew up in the fucking limo.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I was a dumb 8-year-old kid. I was like, yo, this fucking guy just died. I'm like, so I used to live in like a row of houses that were really close to each other. And every Monday night, like the neighbor beside me, we would always leave our windows open and we'd talk like that was our podcast. We'd talk like about wrestling as it's going on. And when that limo blew up, we fucking were like, we looked at each other like, dude, did you just fucking see that shit? He fucking died. And then
was like,
hey,
7 days later.
Hey, Austin, do you want to come over here and watch Monday Night Raw with me?
You want a cheesesteak, Austin?
Jesus Christ.
Bring that muscle arm over here, paper
7 days later, I was so confused seeing Vince McMahon on my screen, and all of a sudden there was a memorial show for this guy named Chris Benoit, and I was very confused.
Like, there's no way this guy's fucking dead. He didn't kill his wife.
Exactly. I'm like, oh shit, Chris Benoit's about to come out in like 3 seconds, slap the Crippler Crossface.
Still waiting.
I was wrong. Still waiting.
Still waiting.
So
yeah, says Mick Foley's his wife's favorite. What else are we missing here? Oh, Owen Hardy's in the chat. What's up, Owen? Yeah, so wrestling. I mean, even though we know wrestling's predetermined, and
how about you, Jason? You didn't say anything.
Yeah, no.
No, that's right. You did. You did. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I have two. So that's the only time I've really gotten me. Now, when somebody wins a championship or something like that, I get all teary eyed and shit. ATCW just fucking happened to, Ethan wins that fucking title and I'm in the ring like a fucking baby. But he's a guy. It's a guy crying. So, yeah. Anyway, speaking of guy who doesn't give a shit and is not crying anymore is Randy Orton. Randy Orton says, man, he is glad Vince McMahon is out of the company. Recently, Randy was on what was the guy's name? He was just on an interview with him. Shit. Bill Abner. Yeah, he was just with Bill Abner. And Vince would tell him, he would say, listen, I'm having back pains. I need to change my schedule. I need to do something. They were getting ready to go on some sort of, I guess, USO tour or something. And Vince said, that's how it is, bud. Sometimes their back hurts. Just got to get out there and keep working. So Randy's very excited was very excited now that Vince is around. He could be home for his birthday and take time off and that kind of stuff. So we obviously know that things have changed when it comes to Vince not being around. Give me besides the lighter schedule, because it is definitely a lighter schedule. Give me something. Give me something, Austin, that you see the difference in WWE without him being there. The difference between Triple H era and Vince's era.
So, real quick, what was the thing that you said just now? Prior to that, you said other than what? Other than the schedule? Is that what you said?
Other than a lighter schedule. Lighter schedule.
It just seems like there's more creative ideas. It seems like there's not any last second scrambling of the script. We're changing this is getting cut. Obviously things still get cut and things like that happen, but I mean, it seems like it's more thought out long term than it is, okay, we're going to put the show together. 9:01. Hey, just kidding. The whole back half of the show, rip it up. We're going to change it to this. 9:15. Hey, change those plans. We're going to scratch it. We're going to do something else. There's less scrambling with their heads cut off on Monday nights and Friday nights than previous. So
it seems more organized.
Exactly. Yeah, it seems more organized. There's longer storytelling. Like, it's not just drop the ball and pray to God it fucking works. It's more thought out. There's more care put into it, in my opinion. Like, I feel like Triple H got the reins of this company and said, fuck it, we're going. Like, not looking back.
He definitely did. And the overall morale in the locker room has been way up on almost all accounts. Just
unless
because, unless you're Andrade. But like Randy Orton said, like when you're legit injured, Trips actually gives a shit. He's not trying to keep pushing it on you to make life more difficult for you down the road because you're not getting a chance to rest up or get the necessary rehab or treatments you need to get better.
Real quick, could that be just based on the fact that Randy and Trips are like this too? Like,
I think that Alexa Bliss has been out for a while, and they're not rushing her back.
Yeah.
Right. Liv or Mommy's hurt. Maybe. Supposedly
hurt. She was over at AEW.
Yeah, she was in the back of AEW. Yeah. But who knows if she's not wearing a sling, so we don't know if that's kayfabe or what. You could definitely tell that when people get injured, they're not putting them. They're on TV, but they're not on TV doing anything. They're still out on TV, but they're like Dom. Dom's been hurt for what, 2 months now?
2-3 months, yeah. And they thought he was seriously hurt, but luckily it was just a minor injury, it seems.
Yeah, so I mean that's a big case in point right there. If that was Vince, he'd have rubbed some dirt on it and sent his ass back out.
Yeah,
so.
Until it became a major injury.
Yeah. You got one, Scott?
I mean, and this is a combo of Vince and Kevin Dunn, but the overall look of the product is so much different. Like, Vince had a vision for what he wanted wrestling to look like, and found stooges that would make that vision work. And now all of a sudden, the overall look of the product is drastically different. They're doing longer instead of, camera cuts at every punch. They're holding momentum on one shot. They keep it for a longer period of time. They do longer camera cuts with, and walking into the arena. They will do they'll do switches where they start following one person and move to a different person, but it stays all in continuity, and it's not apropos of nothing. There's a reason for every angle and look that they have now. It just looks so much better. It feels so much more I don't want to use the term focus, but in a lot of respects, that's what it is. It's more focused and has a more distinct direction to help aid the storytelling and stuff like that. So the overall look of it, and like even the fact that they're cutting back on the screens and stuff like that. They don't have these giant stages and stuff all the time.
I think that's because they're selling so many seats that they don't have room for that big screen.
Which I'm completely good with. I think that's great. Like I liked some of the old look where like in the mid 90s where like it was the entrance was this round hole, and like they had like a couple of barriers and like the old King of the Ring thing from 98, I believe. Yeah, 98 where there was the Hell in the Cell year. That again, very minimalist, but you had people all over. You could see people behind the entranceway.
Are you saying they're not bringing back the fist?
The SmackDown fist.
Yeah, I miss that fist so much.
Yeah, I miss being fisted.
That would be
every Friday. They would fist us, man. And I mean, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. It was there. Right, they put it right there.
I actually didn't like the fist. I thought the original SmackDown arena was better, in my view. I just like the ring. The
Scotty's a hater confirmed.
I don't know. Like I I like the theme song was cool, and then
it's called a trellis. It's called a trellis. That
trellis. Thank you.
They're the worst fucking things in the world to put together. Trust me. One thing we didn't talk about from Crown Jewel, that Logan Paul 360 camera shot right before he jumped onto the. We never. How did we miss covering that? That might be the most amazing shot ever I've ever seen.
And he's the one that came up with it, allegedly.
I believe it.
He had apparently he wanted to do it for Mania, couldn't do it for Mania, so he saved it for Crown Jewel. Which I mean, the shot was fucking amazing. Like
bigger arena too, because I mean, again, that stadium is huge. You had a bigger ability to get the boom in there and do the loop around and stuff.
It wasn't a boom. I think it was their.
It was a drone.
It was a drone. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we saw it at Mania. They're drones. Yeah. And it was out for a while, but once it got later in the evening, the wind was kind of blowing through there. It might have been a little harder to control. So that's probably why they didn't do it at Mania. But man, that 360 view was just sick, just gross. So more consistency. I agree. More consistency with WWE right now in all levels, everything from production to storytelling to writing. And also you hit it right on the head. It's just not the story. It's not the long-term storytelling. The Easter eggs that they plant for here and there, like you got it. Like we talked about this a while back. When commercial time comes, I'm fucking out of there, right?
Yeah.
Or a talkie segment in the back. I don't care what Liv Morgan has to say, but if you watch over Liv Morgan's shoulder, you might catch something going on in the back that might come around later on. Like we saw, I forget who I think it was the Street Profits were talking, and Liv Morgan was coming out of the back with Dom, right? Yeah. Coming out of the locker room.
Supposedly, that what I read was Alexa Bliss was in the back when Kaiser and Sheamus were going at it last week on Raw.
Apparently, that's not true.
Flip. Oh, it wasn't?
It was Molly Holly instead.
Molly Holly?
Because she's a producer.
Fuck yeah, bring her back. Oh, no.
She's a produder for WWE.
Yeah, they were rumoring that it was Bliss. So
the big difference in the Triple H era, more storyline happening outside of the shows. Agreed. Heard that in USA, Liv kissing Dom was after cameras went off. It was. We didn't get to see it. We saw it over, and which is genius because you heard about it, and then you went to social media immediately, and it got like 60 million views.
Exactly. It was smart on them. Like, it was accidentally smart because I know damn well they didn't plan for that shit to happen.
No, I think they did. I think they did plan that. Oh, even if they didn't, I mean, they do have hard times. They had hard cutout times. So
you want to learn about hard times, huh?
Yeah, hard times. I do know about hard times. My shoulder is still healing.
Yeah, you learned about hard times last Saturday accidentally. I didn't even know it was you, man.
I'm sorry. I meant to tell you. We lined up in the hallway together. You couldn't understand what Jonathan Delacroix was saying?
No, I didn't. I didn't. The mask immediately created an accent, and I know AK was standing there talking to me, but
he was confused too. He was a little confused too. Legit, I was the first one out the door into where we were wrestling, and I went, Lucha. Not a motherfucker knew what I was doing.
It was a blast.
Oh, yeah, it was a real blast. I've been concussed for 4 fucking days, but other than that,
I didn't do that. I was safe. I was safe with you, other than blowing up your chest.
So I'm gonna tell you that punch. I think that punch when we were before we even got started, that one you fucking threw, Jack hit me right on the side of my fucking jaw and just jarred my whole head.
I was just paying you back for the 4 that I owed you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, when you tell a young guy, a greenhorn, hey, you better fucking hit me. Austin, did I say you better fucking hit me?
He did say that in the back. He said, you better go out here and fucking hit me. I said, all right, you're the only one I'm touching. So, I mean.
Yeah, well. Because anyway, he'd look like a fucking asshole if he was laying these weak-ass punches in or chops. So he came through. He came through. fucking beat my ass.
Accidentally, once again, didn't know it was you.
Yeah, but I know at one point I was like, "Hey, man, it's me. It's me. It's not Jonathan."
I didn't hear you. I was too busy swinging for the fences. My
He was
bad.
knocking the piss out of me. And then the tough part is the mask got turned sideways. Like I couldn't see out of the mask. It was loose because I had to keep it loose because it was going to be pulled up. For those who don't know, we had a professional wrestling gig at a stadium not too long ago. Now I'm not a wrestler anymore. Not by, and I realized it after Saturday. If I don't get back into training, anyway. I do manager shit is what I do. Austin is actually a training wrestler. So we had a gig at a stadium and we were in the battle royal. That's all we were doing. But it was basically my part was to tell part of a story, a long-term story that we're telling at Voltage. And I was under a mask. My wrestling name is Jonathan Cross. But I went under a mask as Jonathan Dela Cross. Right? Fucking hilarious, bro. It's fucking hilarious. Jonathan Dela Cross. So the mask had, I don't even have the mask in here. I think I threw it. I don't even I was so mad when I left there because I couldn't feel my fucking shoulder. It's still a little lumpy. Anyway. So the mask has it's not gray, but it's like a mesh, right? So the vision is it's a little weird, right? It's not the greatest. So so I said to him, we talked about it. We spent like all afternoon together before the wrestling show started, cooking in the fucking sun like a bunch of idiots.
Dude,
I was talking about the sun. By the end of the night, I was fucking dehydrated, bro. That's why we left. Austin, you want my tickets, bro? They're yours.
Yeah,
just take them.
Fuck. Yeah, I was cooked by the end of the day, but yeah, we spent all afternoon fucking burning in the sun. We're talking about shit. Yeah, this would be great. Well, this would be great. What if I do this? I gave Jonathan a knee and he fucking falls into the game.
No, that wasn't a knee. That was wasn't that a forearm? Oh, it was a knee. Yeah, because we were doing rising knee lifts out on a fucking hot ass macadam. Austin's big boy, right? You're what, 250, 260?
265, yeah.
I was giving you a benefit of the doubt. Fucking throws his knee, but it's not just his knee, it's his fucking thigh, and one of his testicles hit me in the fucking chin and knocked me back into this fucking guardrail, which, by the way, doesn't slide. It fucking folds over, and I look like a piece of steak laying on this fucking grate. I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
And then we're sitting there like, oh, what if we do this and we go to like do a spot on the fence? We find out the fucking fence to the stadium is plastic.
It's plastic. Somebody was saying, no, it's metal. No, bitch, it's fucking plastic.
When you can sit there, you can take the metal bars and shake them, and they're going.
So it was like I looked like the Man of Steel. I could stretch those motherfuckers. They would have snapped. We'd have went right through them into the alley.
Oh my god.
Tried to teabag. Yeah, he fucking did try to teabag me, Jay Walker.
Hey, man.
So
there was no trying. I did so, but
I don't get hit enough. So I was like, whatever. I need to start feeling it a little bit. I told Austin right at the beginning. I was like, hey, just go ahead and fucking hit me. He fucking throws a a forearm, and it was good. It was a decent forearm. And I said, motherfucking hit me.
I said, so here's the first one, right? Here's the first one. Bow. Makes a good sound. We're good. Made a great sound. Little light. He goes, hit me again. Harder.
And it about fucking killed me. Yeah, it about fucking killed me.
And you heard it too, because my one, I had a couple people there that I've talked to previously. They were like, dude, you were lighting that fucking dude up. I said, he told me to.
Hey, listen, you'll never be able to say, well, that looks fake. Because as close as we were to that the closer you are to the crowd, the more you have to make it look. Like I got rolled into the ring and Jacob, what's Jake's last name?
Edwin.
Jacob Edwin threw this punch at me. I had it on one of my little videos. I might as well had padding in my fucking. I didn't even feel it. I was like, well, this guy knows what he's doing. Not like that fucking Austin kid who's smacking the fucking shit out of me.
I will say you did get me back though. Whenever the elimination happened, because we panicked. I said, "Hit me," and you fucking floored me. I said, "All right, you got me back for anything that I just did in this."
I don't even remember, dude. I was so fucked up. I don't even remember what happened. I really don't. I really don't. I remember AK was supposed to knock you off or hit me into you or whatever, but he was somebody grabbed him.
Yeah, he was beating off Tomahawk, fucking chopping Tomahawk or something.
Beating off Tomahawk. I didn't see that part either. God darn.
So I'm like, hit me. And yeah, he fucking floors my ass. It wasn't even like, it wasn't a forearm. It was like a wrist shot. It was like he hit me like this. Like,
I think I was just trying to figure out how to fucking stand. I look like a baby deer out there. I was so fucked up. I'm telling
you ever seen Bambi on Ice?
My head today is the first time I haven't had a headache.
Hey, I feel like I took care of you. I feel like we had a good time. I
feel
like
it was great.
After I feel it was after I got done with you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it went exactly how it was supposed to go. I didn't die. He didn't die. We got our story told, and people were like, "Oh my god, I'm never gonna do wrestling ever because that looks like."
Oh my god!
We were sitting. Actually, we were standing in line to get food, and Jesse's looking at me. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." I didn't know the fuck I was. I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm just a little sore," and I said, my shoulder hurts, and I picked my arm up like this, and this one fucking shoulder was up here, and she goes, your fucking shoulder's dislocated. I was like, no, it's not. I can put my hands above my head. I couldn't raise this motherfucker up anymore. And I was like, oh, man. I said, no, it'll be fine. And I can hear it fucking grinding. I'm like, I have a fucking separated shoulder. And then I don't know who, I said it to somebody else. I don't know if it was Tremor or you. Might have been you. I ran into somebody else. I don't remember. I was fucked up and said, "Is this look?" He goes, "Oh my god, I'm in your fucking arm." I was like, "Oh, is it that bad?"
It was Tremor because he was trying to tell me, like he kept calling me and was like, "Yo, Jason's gonna send you his tickets." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool, whatever." He just told me.
Yeah, she wanted me to go to urgent care. I was like, "No fucking way, no way. Maybe the Waffle House, but I'm not going to fucking urgent care." Okay, shit. All right, let's get to our last topic. Tony Khan has a TV deal, sorta. Did you guys see this? Where let me get to the story. So WBD is, or Warner Brothers has came with their first offer for Tony Khan, $110 million for 5 years. That's the first offer on the table. It's 50% more than what their last TV deal was, which would definitely put them into profit, right? Give them profit, or make them profitable. Tony is not happy. He was reportedly not happy, even though he said, "Oh yeah, we're very happy." Bullshit. He said that they weren't happy. Tony's not happy with the deal. $110 million over 5 years. Does it go up? Do you guys stay? Because they're going back to Warner, right? They're going back to Warner Brothers. They've TNT. They've lost the NBA, right? They only have. Do they have one more year on that NBA? Whatever with Shaq.
I think it's 2025 is done. I think it's next year. Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
So at the end of next season for the NBA. So April, May, whatever May. Well, no, NBA is still going on, right?
Yeah, they're about game one.
Do the finals.
Got you. So they'll have it through midway of next year, and then it's gone. So they're going to have a little bit more money. Do you think that they come back with another quote?
No.
You think that's it?
For the time being.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to say, "This is our one and only offer. You take it or leave it." And because they're going to hit them with a lot of factors. Tony has said to be profitable, they need a 50% bump in their business. He said this out loud.
Yeah, but he got the 50% bump.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying like he got it, but he's not because he thinks he deserves 100% bump. He thinks he deserves 150% bump. He thinks he's so good at what he's doing that he deserves so much more than what they're offering. He feels like it's a slap in the face, and it's like, dude, you're getting what you're asking for, but if you keep pushing this, they're going to pull this offer off the table and not give you another deal. And therefore, you're going to be out there negotiating with other people who will give you probably far less than what you're asking for. Some companies will probably only give them 25%, maybe even only 15% more than what their current offer is or their current contract is with Warner Brothers at this point.
Also, do you think they're going to get more?
As the time stands, no. But, I mean, here's the thing. Contracts are weird, right? Like, you can renegotiate at any time. So who's to say a year from now they're booming? Like, AEW's picked up, they're booming. They go back, hey, we're doing really well for you guys right now. We're bringing in views. Why don't we renegotiate this contract? Get us a little bit more money. You ain't got fucking NBA next season.
Right.
So as of right now, no. But renegotiations are a huge thing that could happen, especially if, well, when they lose the NBA next season.
Yeah, supposedly live sports is the only thing that does well right now. Everything else is down, right? So it's live sports. So in AEW's live sports, Ricky, did they get more than 110 million over 5? 110 million a year for 5 years.
No, not right now. They're not. Like, I agree with Austin. They'll get what he's gonna have to take what he's getting the offer for right now, and then maybe renegotiate at some point, depending on viewership and ratings and whatnot.
See, here's the flip side to that. Like you said, Austin, renegotiation can happen any time. And in my view, if AEW keeps going in the direction that it is, which again, their viewership is bumped up a little bit, but not to the degree that it needs to. They go back to the draw, like they go to this next year, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, you're even less than what you had last year. We're cutting that deal in half. So negotiation.
They can't do that though.
Can't do that.
It's a contract.
You could renegotiate. They could say to Tony, let's renegotiate. He could say, go pound sand. Same as Warner Brothers could say, hey, we're not negotiating. We're going to run this 5 years and see where we're at. But you can't just say, yeah, we're cutting this fucking deal in half. They would
lawsuit.
Yeah, they couldn't do that's actually illegal.
I mean, like, unless there's something in there that says like the only way that would work is
who the fuck would put that in a contract?
I know, but I'm saying like the only way
WWE did. When Vince was still running things, they had a 90-day clause in there that they could decide whether they wanted to keep a person after a 90-day period, and it re-upped every 90 days. So that kind of stuff does come in contracts. And
well, yeah, but this is a completely different contract from an independent contractor versus like a big television deal.
Warner Brothers could put a stipulation in there. You know, we had this deal for 5 years. We can choose after a number of years to look at this, whether we decide to keep this contract or not. They could put that kind of a clause in a contract. That is perfectly legal. So
yeah, but if I'm Tony Khan, I'm not letting that happen.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But if he doesn't agree to that, then Warner Brothers tells him to pound sand. You're not getting any contract with.
Yeah, but who in the long run? Who's hurting? Who's going to hurt? Right? I mean, people aren't turning into. They will not be turning into TNA or whatever they are, TBS for the NBA here soon because they're going to be gone. What is TBS? I mean, how many Big Bang Theories can you run?
Exactly.
How many Golden Girls episodes can you run? They got to have something. I think they have the NHL. I think they do have the NHL. But for how long? Who knows, right? And wrestling has always been synonymous with Atlanta and TBS, right? They've always
WCW.
Yeah.
But it was also synonymous with the fact that people want, as soon as Turner bought it, there were people that wanted to get rid of it. I mean, you know,
it never made a fucking dollar. WCW never made any money ever.
So I mean, they get there comes a point where I'm almost sure, even if Tony accepts the deal that they've got, I'm almost sure that even if they last another 5 years, they'll be gone after that. The Warner Brothers isn't going to keep them. And again, executives come and go. People, who are in charge now that, hey, you know what, we'll keep this wrestling thing on for a little while longer. Whoever that, I mean, heck, the guy that made the original deal with Tony in the first place, he's long gone. 5 years later, like he was gone almost after the first 2 years, if I remember right. So I don't know. I don't see that. Even if they take the contract, great, they stay on there for 5 years. But after that, I'm almost darn sure that AEW is done. There's no way if I will say this, if they don't find a way to pull their ratings out of the toilet and get their storylines to make sense and bring new viewership into the channel or into the company.
That's what I would do if I was Tony Khan. Like he's taken a contract that he thinks he should be able to get more for. I would really start to consider what I got going on with my company and get a little more serious and get something like a big name booker that can really put together stories to make your shows more interesting.
What's the guy that they fired from TNA?
Scott D'Amore.
Scott D'Amore. Yeah.
I mean,
we said that when we covered the him getting fired by TNA, that if Tony was smart, he should give him a call.
When WWE buys TNA, I think Scott D'Amore comes back.
Yeah. Delirious, the guy that used to book Ring of Honor. I mean, he's got the experience. Why not give him a shot?
Isn't Delirious, isn't he doing bookings now or doing something for TNA?
I have no idea. I haven't heard his name pop up in a long time, but that's the thing. Like, if he's out there and he's not got a contract anywhere working as a booker or something like that, hire Delirious. Like, it's a no-brainer. The guy's got, I mean, it's not, TNA hasn't always been Ring of Honor wasn't always the best of products, but Delirious held that company together as a booker. So why not use him? Why not at least get somebody that has the experience to do so?
Hear me out. Booker of the Year, Jonathan De La Crosse. I'm calling it now.
Oh, I'll tell you right now. Man, I tell you one thing. All those CML guys wouldn't be fucking doing jobs on AEW TV.
Doesn't
the only Hispanic, all the Hispanics are holding belts in AEW.
You got to get the one
international.
You got to get the one greased. You got to get the one greased curl right down the front of your forehead, like razor.
that was a French fry that was hanging out in my mask. That wasn't
curly fry.
Curly fry. Looking at Delirious's.
Catch you later, Jay Walker. Nice talking with you, man.
He's out of here?
Yeah, it's 1:10 in the morning over there.
Oh, shit. Well, good morning, Jay. Damn.
Thanks for spending some time with you early in the wee mornings over there, lad.
We love you, Jay Walker.
We do love you, Jay Walker. Tell your friends.
Tell all your friends.
Yeah, tell all
Jay
your
Walker,
friends.
If you see this afterwards, get a ticket over here and come to the toy show.
Yeah, Jay, if you get on a kayak right now and you catch the current just the right way, we'll send a search party.
I was going to say, go directly south and hit a tropical wave coming across Africa.
I like it.
This hurricane force winds, he can get here quicker.
Looks like he's with MLW right now.
Oh, I did not know that.
Delirious is writing for MLW, so
they just had a big show this past weekend, didn't they?
Did they?
I was gonna say there was a bunch of shit on my Twitter feed. Like Mark Henry was there, Teddy Long was there, fucking Ricardo Rodriguez was there.
All the free agents.
Yeah, basically. It is currently 8:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the GOAT time, plain and simple.
That's right. He want us to go to bed with him. Is that what he's doing? Are you taking us to bed with you, Jay? I mean,
Shit,
it's fine.
maybe.
I mean, listen to Austin's voice. It's just soothing right now.
Setting the mood to the hard way.
So soothing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
I'm missing is like the fake nails, the fucking ASMR.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay Walker. Jay, hold on. Take this thing off, Jay. Jay, you're what kind of boxers you got on, Jay? I'm fisting. What? Don't like fisting like you. Well, you don't know what you're missing out on, Mr. Walker. So, anyway, you know what? Good job, Jay. That's a good idea. Let's get off here ourselves. By the way, make sure if you're into YouTube right now, go like, subscribe, ring the fucking bell, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get these subscriptions to the fucking roof. All right, brother. Take care now. Yes, let's get these subscriptions to the roof. We are chasing Independent Rewind. They are pulling away from us. We are Dale Earnhardt, and they are Jeff Gordon, and they are beating us only because Dale Earnhardt's dead and he doesn't drive anymore. So we're never going to catch those guys, but they're killing it right now. We want to kill it too, so we need your help. Go like, subscribe, please ring the bell. This Saturday, we will be at the Maryland Toy Expo. We're gonna have Brian, the second generational sensation, Brian Hardy from USW. He's gonna be there. He's gonna have all the belts on display. We're gonna have the Hardway belt is gonna be there. We're gonna do a live podcast if all the equipment works correctly at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you'll be able to jump in on that. We're gonna be doing some trivia. We're gonna give away some stuff. We're gonna talk to fans. We're gonna do all kinds of cool stuff. Have a good time at the toy show. And I think if I spend a lot of time doing the podcasting stuff, I won't spend as much money in toys.
Smart idea.
I'm trying to jam pack as much.
I still plan to spend a lot of money on toys.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do this in shifts or some shit. But anyway, we're gonna be there from 8 o'clock. Get your early birds, man. Don't miss out on the early birds. You got it. Listen, you're gonna miss that Pee Wee Herman doll if you don't get an early bird.
Or the Steve Urkel doll that talks.
You gotta get that one too. How did I do that? So, anyway, I appreciate you guys. A late night for me. 8 o'clock.
Really late night for Jay Walker.
Really late night for Jay Walker. Your guys' night just starting, right?
Pretty much.
Cheers.
Yeah, Ricky's vacation just started. Hell yeah.
I left work about an hour and a half early this morning, got home, took a 2-hour power nap, got up, made sure the kid was on the bus, played some Xbox, got another couple hour power nap in. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Drinking the rest of the night.
Saturday night after the toy show, we'll have to go unwind.
There you go.
Go unwind somewhere. Have a drink or 7.
What? Hey,
Austin, I know you're sore. Your neck's or your throat is bothering you, but thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I know you didn't go to you didn't have training tonight?
I got canceled.
Oh,
More
called off.
You called
No,
off.
no. Like, no, it legit got canceled. So.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well, I mean,
You gonna be there Saturday, Austin?
To be determined. I got to figure some shit out before I can commit to it.
Sure. Well, if we do get there,
just bring the kid and have the Ghostbusters watch her.
oh yeah, she would probably love it.
So we could talk about it offline, but that's one thing that I like. Yes and no. Like, it's a big environment. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of noise.
She gets sort of stimulated, right? With the
Yeah. So
I got you. Keep her away from Scotty is what I just heard.
God.
All right, boys. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see everybody next time.
On the hard way.
Conan!
I missed the goddamn button again.